Hey guys, welcome back to Inside the Shop at American Adventure Lab. Today we have probably Jeep JL 392, maybe number 3 or 4 in the past couple of weeks. So this one, we're really excited to show you some of the stuff that we've done to it. Some new products that have been created on this Jeep and some new processes we sort of put in place to use some of the things that we've already had. So starting up front, obviously you notice the Mickey Thompson tires. So that tells you this Jeep is not really a mall crawler. It's built to be beat on. These are not tires you drive them down the street. They're tires made for the trail. The suspension, the long arm kit under it, definitely made to be beat on. So all around, everything on this Jeep is really tough, and we're humbled that the owner respects our product line enough to let us work on it. So super happy about that. Okay, let's start up front with some of the wiring that we've done. You'll notice everything is sheathed really nicely. We take a lot of pride in making sure that the stuff is durable, is going to last forever, not cause any issues down the road. Main power coming out of the battery goes into a bracket that we make that's 392 JL. But I guess it's all gas specific, but we have several versions of this based on what vehicle you have, what engine, where it can be and be located and hold that maxi fuse. We've got a couple of power lines running out. This one goes all the way back to the back to a BC-DC that's hooked up to our DC to DC charging, handles solar input, 2 lithium batteries in the back. We'll go over some more of that later. This output here is for the radio. So that goes directly up to the radio. So we're not running any interference through any circuits, that type of thing. This right here is obviously from ARB. This is a bracket that we make that's JL specific. Fits all models, including the Gladiator. So this is literally a super simple bracket made to hold that ARB fuse setup. We like that location, really easy to get to. Stays out of the way. It's really nice on the JLs. So coming around to the side, we'll show you some of the compressor setup that we did. So we've had our JL underseat compressor bracket out for a few months now. I guess it came out right before SEMA. But what's unique about this one, although the compressor is mounted here, we have couplers in 3 different locations on this Jeep. So on our driver's side connection kit, we have our main coupler here, our on-off switch for the compressor. This is actually connected directly to the ACC circuit on the bundle of the aux wires that's in the passenger footwell. So to run the compressor, hit the start button once on the Jeep. That operates the ACC circuit, which powers up your switch, turns your backlight on the LED that's on the switch, and you're good to go there. The other thing that's cool about this setup, we also have our passenger side connection kit. So coming out of this compressor, we hit a T, and then we T again. So the front 2 sides run off of one side, and the other cool thing, we have a long 7-foot braided hose that goes all the way back to the back. So our existing JL compressor remote bracket is in this one as well, with another coupler, battery monitor, that type of thing built into it. So basically this Jeep has all the bells and whistles and 3 different connection points for your air couplers. All right, one of the cool things about having this Jeep in the shop is it's a Sky One Touch. So unfortunately, we didn't realize that until it came in that this one had a Sky One Touch. And he had already ordered our overhead MOLLE Shelf. So the good news is we took the opportunity to make some changes to the overhead MOLLE Shelf to allow it to fit the Sky One Touch. So if you'll notice on the sides, we have new mounting brackets. We also changed this part as well. So previously this flange bent up, but with the Sky One Touch, there's brackets here that we could not bend that flange up or they would hit them. So this is available now on the website. Not a whole lot is different except the mounting brackets and these flanges. But it was good to finally get one in and get the changes done. All right, one of the other things you'll notice on the overhead MOLLE Shelf is this particular Jeep got an Icon 5100. So with the Sky One Touch, you actually have a lot of room over the center up here. So we mounted the radio in the middle just so the speaker would disperse a little better from driver to passenger. We also used our RAM mount adapter. So this is the remote display for the Icon 5100, and it's mounted directly to the overhead MOLLE Shelf. This keeps it up out of the way, keeps the sun off of it, it's not getting hot. There's no glare on it, so it's a great place for that. We also did our magnetic mount for the microphone. So the way this works, we pop the back off the microphone, drill a little small hole, and then bolt the magnet to it. So this neodymium magnet sticks right here to the top of the other part of that, with just a piece of steel that bolts in with a little bit of offset so you have room for your fingers. But this system works great. It will not hit you on the head in the trail as long as you put it back on nice and flat. So we've had a lot of good luck with those guys. But yeah, it was nice to get this in and finally have this all set up for the Sky One Touch. So these are on the website now. You guys can check them out for more information. All right, so now on to the best part. So obviously this is not your camping setup typically. So what this Jeep is for, it's built to run over the rocks, built to go fast off-road, and built to be comfortable while you're out making lunch, making dinner, that type of thing. So there's not a lot of extra camping gear in here. And we intentionally have kept the cargo shelf on one of its lowest height settings, which allows us to still get a bunch of storage in. So on the side over here, you've got his toolkit. That's on our 6x3 flat slide. Under that, we have a 4-inch drawer, which he has some gear in here that works out well for camping, a little bit of recovery stuff and tools. Then in the bottom, this is a new one. Before he had a 6-inch drawer, one of our 6-inch drawers in here, we swapped that out for our new Duo drawer. And that's nice because it gives you a lot of storage in here. So we've got a couple of hoses, recovery strap, of course, the required amount of duct tape. But also, it has the pull-out work surface. So this is a perfect companion to sort of pull out your fridge and make your sandwiches or cook a little bit of lunch, something like that. So real convenient location. Also works with the table out, which is nice. So that way you're not pulling your drawer out and knocking everything off of your table. So that setup works well. The other cool thing is we added a VersaTable. So previously there was not a tailgate table here. So this is all new for him this time. It went with the poplar wood, and here we do that also in bamboo. These come standard with the LED light as well as the neodymium magnet strip to hold your tools, your cutlery, or whatever you might want to put up there. And in this one, he opted for the optional LCD battery monitor. So if you notice earlier, we talked about some of the electrical changes that we made to the Jeep this time. In the 392s, we have a slightly less amount of space in the back, so we can't run our normal compressor and battery bracket. So what we have is a battery bracket that lives over here that holds two 30-amp-hour lithium batteries mounted in parallel. So those are charged with a RedArc BCDC 1240. And so this LCD battery monitor is monitoring the input and the output from that charging system. So the battery is wired to a fuse panel that's over here under a panel that we also make for the 392. All the fuses, all the other connections as far as our bus bars and things like that all live under that section. We also have an additional battery monitor that's over in our normal JL remote bracket that lives over here with another coupler that's also connected to the compressor under the driver's seat. Another cool thing that we added on this Jeep was 2 Anderson plugs. This Jeep is going to be parked a lot, so it won't be driven for long periods of time. So we set up this Anderson plug on the top to go directly to the lithium battery, so we can put a trickle charger to a wall charger. So that'll be nice set up there. The bottom one is the solar, so that goes into the BCDC 1240. So if he sets up for lunch or whatever, wants to run a solar panel, keeps the rear charged, this will be an easy connection for the solar panel. So all in all, we made quite a few changes to this Jeep, mostly around the electrical and the air plumbing situation. But we did swap out some of the previous mass components for some newer components. So all in all, this is a great setup for keeping everything organized out on the trail and making sure that you're not looking for your tools or looking for your recovery gear, and it's all right here where you need it. So the big benefit of our system, everything being modular, you can easily make these changes whenever your needs change. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out to us and let us know. We do a lot of these installs at the shop now. We're getting really good at it. So hit us up if you've got install needs or questions about our products or anybody else's. Appreciate it.